Okay, so here we are. So I decided to get a new book. So it's called Jesus Calling, and it's one of those daily readers that there's a short reading every day. So I was thinking I'm going to use that for a while now. So I just picked today's date, which is August 20th. Yes. Okay, so what does it say? I'm not reading the entire text. I'm reading half of it. I am a God who heals. I heal broken bodies, broken minds, broken hearts, broken lives, and broken relationships. My very presence has immense healing powers. You cannot live close to me without experiencing some degree of healing. However, it is also true that you have not because you ask not. You receive the healing that flows naturally from my presence, whether you seek it or not. But there is more, much more available to those who ask. Okay, so what did I hear from this reading? So I hear that there is a power greater than me out there that heals. Some people call it God, some people call it the universe or Allah or whatever it is. But a lot of people have the sense of that there is a power bigger than me out there that heals. And then so whether I believe it or seek it or not, I will receive some healing. But there is more, much more available to those who ask. So in yoga, for instance, when we are in Shavasana and the palms are facing up, we are receiving. And the question is, am I capable or am I willing or ready to receive the healing that's out there? So being able to, or being willing or ready to receive. So there's so much out there. Healing, abundance. Are we ready to receive? That's one part. That could be one part we focus on receiving. Open your heart to receiving. Another part is when you are whole or close to whole, what does your life look like? What are you going to do? So here we talk about all this healing. Okay, so we heal and now we're whole. What happens then? What does your life look like? What do you do? How do you feel? What does your life look like when you are whole? If we can start to imagine that, healing might come a little faster. Okay, so one side is receiving, being willing or ready to receive healing, and the other one is what does my life look like when I'm whole? Okay, finding your seat, sitting up tall, and then start moving your feet. You can use your eyes, your sense of sight to see, watch your feet. You can see that they're moving. The sense of touch, you can feel the connection between the soles of the feet and the floor. Maybe you can sense some of the muscles in your calves or in your feet that's working, making this happen. And then come to stillness. And then bring awareness up to your two sitting bones. So imagine that one sitting bone today is receiving healing, being able, ready, willing to receive healing, to open up your hands or your heart to receive healing or yourself. And the other one symbolizes wholeness. So when you're whole, what does your life look like? What actions do you take? How do you feel? Okay, so receive and then being whole. Receive, whole. Receive, whole. So there's a part of you who receives healing, and then there's another part of you that's whole. And then come to stillness. Now, if you want to place your hands just below your belly button, and then imagine the pit of the belly. My teacher talks about the pit of the belly. So that's like 2 inches in front of the spine. Imagine how the pit of the belly goes in and up, allowing the spine to grow, supporting the growth of the spine. Maybe tuck your chin a little bit and imagine how the back of your neck is growing. Maybe pull yourself up, like take some hair and pull yourself taller. Pit of the belly goes in and up, supporting growth. And then the shoulders are relaxed and wide. You can keep your eyes open or closed. And then bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. If you want to, you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Maybe listen to the breath. Maybe imagine how the breath makes the sound of the ocean. And then release, shake it out. And then let's do a little bit more breathing. So imagine how we receive healing from the earth. So from maybe healing comes in through the sole of your foot. So imagine how healing comes into the right foot, comes all the way up, heals you, and then exhale wholeness. So inhale healing, exhale wholeness. Inhale healing, exhale wholeness. One more time. Inhale healing, exhale wholeness. Okay, let's try the other side. So imagine how healing comes from the earth up through the sole of your foot, through your leg, knee, hip, left side of the body, all the way up and then out through your left nostril. So inhale healing, exhale wholeness. Inhale healing, exhale wholeness. One more time. Inhale healing, exhale wholeness. And then shake it out. And let's do one more when we breathe in from both feet all the way up and exhale through both nostrils. So inhale healing, exhale wholeness. Inhale, healing. Exhale, wholeness. Inhale, healing. Exhale, wholeness. And then release. Okay, so now put your hands on your knees and then starting the cat-cow motion. So waking up the physical spine. And maybe this time, when we round the back, let's inhale here. Exhale into your back bend. So usually we do the other way around. So inhale as you round your back. Exhale into your back bend. Inhale around. Exhale into the back bend. One more time. Inhale round. Exhale. And release. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe into the nose and out through the mouth this time. And then reach and reach and reach and reach, and notice how the skin is stretching, how the ribs are opening up, how the lung is getting a little bit of exercise. And then twist and open up and look behind you. And then think about a time in your life when you received healing, when you allowed healing, or when you sensed that healing came into your life. Remind yourself of a time when you received healing. And then release, lift and release a few times. And then roll the shoulders one way and then the other way. Okay, this time we're going to play the piano. Imagine how you're playing the piano. Playing the piano. Play the piano. And now take the thumb and the index finger and then next finger, next finger, next finger. And then play the piano. Play the piano. And then finger tips together. Okay. And then arms up, clasp the hands the way that feels funny. Straighten the elbows, breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. If you want to, you can turn the lips into like a beak. And then reach and reach and reach and reach, and then turn, open up, look behind you. And this time, think about a time when you felt whole. When you felt whole. Think about a time in your life when you felt whole. And then release, lift and release a few times, roll the shoulders. Okay, arms in cactus, and then gently starting the twisting motion. And maybe think about, what does healing look like to you? What does healing look like to you? So we have some kind of opinion about it or some kind of image. Can you stretch that image? Can you stretch it and make it bigger? What does healing look like to you? And then stretch that image. Stretch it. And then we're swimming in habitual patterns, like healing looks a certain way, but maybe healing looks different. Maybe there are other ways that healing look like. Okay, release. And then letting healing and wholeness get together for a quick coffee. So there is one part of you that needs healing, and there's another part of you that's already whole. So one part of you wants or needs healing, and there's another part of you that's already whole. What happens when those two parts of you get together for a quick coffee and then cross the midline? And then stay there, stay in connection. So we're getting together for lunch today with the Positive Psychology group. You're welcome to join us. So what happens when you get together with different ideas for lunch? What happens? Let's say that we all shared our image of healing, and we all have different images. What would happen if we all shared our image of healing? What would happen? And let's try 4 different images of healing and wholeness. What would that look like? Stretching the mind. And here you can go biking if you want to, one way, and then the other way, or you can kick and scream if that's helpful. Or you can come into a regular boat posture. And then stay a little longer than you want to. Maybe you want to go swimming, and then eventually come back. Okay, so with a wide and stable stance, we can stretch the mind and explore things that are a little bit beyond what we are familiar with. So one part is healing, and the other one is wholeness. So what's the difference between healing and wholeness? So maybe think about healing and wholeness. What's the difference? And then what lies in between healing and wholeness? Exploring everything between healing and wholeness. What's in between healing and wholeness? And then come back. And then jump the seat to get, no, we're gonna paint the picture first. Okay, we're gonna paint the picture. So let's start with healing. Let's start with healing. So when you think about healing, what color is that? What color is it? And then use your fingers, dip your fingers in paint, the color of healing, and then draw that image. Draw the image of healing. Draw the image of healing. And then let that image go. And then go to the other side. So what's the image of wholeness? So when you think about whole, what does that look like? What's the color? Use your fingers. And then draw the image of wholeness. What does that look like? And then release that image. Okay, pit of the belly goes in and up. Pit of the belly goes in and up, and then lift the feet and jump them together. Okay, we're going to write the story. Write the story of healing. Dip the toes in ink and then write the story of healing. So here you are writing the story of healing. What words would you use to describe healing? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck, shoulders are wide. Breathe. If you want to, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then release. Use your elbows to push the knees out wide. Let the head be heavy. And on the exhale, allow the spine to release, the head be super heavy. And maybe allow some healing to come in. Can you receive healing? Inhale, come back up. And then place the right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out. And then if you want to add some motion, you can move the knee from side to side. Or you can move the upper body in circles. What do you need, or what can you do to receive healing? What's helpful to you? And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And maybe bring the arms or the hands up and down. You really feel how you care for yourself and self-heal. Give yourself healing. So bring the arms or the hands up and down, and maybe give yourself really a hug. Okay, and then from here, move into your version of seated eagle. Okay, this bird is receiving healing. This bird is open and willing to receive healing. And also it asks for it. So in the text, we talk about asking. So we always receive some healing. But if we also ask for it, we get more. We get more. Okay. So ask for healing. If you want to, ask for healing. And watch the bird asking for healing. What happens? What does it do? What does it look like? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay, the other side, wholeness. So spread the toes, dip the toes in ink, and now write the story of being whole. So there's a part of you that is already whole. So write the story of wholeness. Write the story of wholeness. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Pit of the belly moves in and up, lengthen the spine. Neck is long, shoulders are wide. Breathe. You can move a little bit from side to side to help open up those hips. And then place the left hand on the floor, right hand on the right side. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up, push into your hands and come a little deeper into the twist. You can stay here or you can reach, pushing into the earth. So with the support from the earth, you can reach higher. And then that top arm goes down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk the hand forward, look under your armpit. Breathe and add some movement if that's helpful. Inhale, come back up. Rest, recover. And then place the right hand on the floor, the left hand on the knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up and push into both hands to come a little deeper into the twist. Push and reach. Push and reach. Stay a little longer than you want to. And then that top arm comes down, find the opposite ankle, walk the hand forward, look under your armpit. Maybe add some movement. Inhale, come back up. Rest, recover. And then come up, left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up. And then gently guide that left knee out. Maybe add some movement. You can try different ways of moving. Move the knee or move the upper body. Or maybe lean. What works for you? Everyone is going to find his or her own way of to wholeness. Okay, and then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then really hug yourself. Move your hands up and down. Move from side to side and remind yourself how much you love yourself. You care about yourself. You love yourself. Okay, and then move into your version of eagle. Now, this eagle is whole. This is a part of you that is whole. What does it look like? What color is it? What does it do? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. Okay. So now we need to build some strength. So now imagine that we're completely healed and we are whole beings, whole beings. And now we're going to go out there in the world and take some action. So now we need some physical strength. Okay. Big inhale. Exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. So here on earth, we need those muscles and things to take action. So let's get those muscles strong so we can take skillful action and add to peace or add to the wholeness. Help heal the world. And then rest. recover, and repeat. Inhale, exhale, push into the earth, come up to standing, and then try again. And we're breathing as we were working. And then eventually rest, recover. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. Okay, breath of joy. So maybe breath of joy today could symbolize all the healing is out there, and all we have to do is to ask for it. So maybe we're inhaling 3 breaths of healing and then exhale wholeness. Okay, here we go. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And this time, let the arms go and imagine that you are now whole. Everything is healed in you. Your body, your mind, your heart, your life, your relationships, everything is healed. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And then eventually finding the position of power. Place your hands on your solar plexus. Imagine that this part of you is whole. This is perfectly whole. So give it a color and breathe into it. And on the exhale, imagine how that wholeness is spreading out through your body and healing anything that needs to be healed. So place your hands on your wholeness. Give it a color. Inhale. Bend your knees and inhale. Bend your knees, inhale. Exhale. And allow it to fill your body. One more time. Bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale and allow it to spread out through your body. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, not only does it fill your body, it also seeps out into the world. So adding wholeness to the world. Hands on your hips. And then once again, here on earth, we do need some physical bones and muscles and stuff to make things happen. And then lean and lift. Oops. You can keep the foot really high. You can move it if you want to, or you can keep the toe on the floor if that's helpful. And then try the other side. And then eventually we are asked to take skillful action. So how do we take skillful action? That's the question. Okay, now let's do 2 sun salutations. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Imagine how you heal your own heart. So holding your own heart in between your hands and heal it. How can you heal your own heart? Maybe care for it, maybe hug it. What does your heart need to heal? And then release. Hands on your hips, and then without bending the knee, lifting the hip and moving forward. Okay, big toes to touch. Stepping back to warrior one. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Stepping back to warrior one. Here we go. Build your foundation. Bring up your upper body. And then the arms. Place your hands in your back pockets and then bring your awareness to your heart. So maybe there's a part of your heart that feels broken. So breathe in healness or healing. Open your heart to be healed. And with a whole heart, when your heart is whole, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Moving into warrior three. Bend the knee, bring it forward, give yourself a hug. Hand on the outside. And back to Tadasana. Try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step back to warrior one. So there is a process. There is no rush, but we do need to take action. So building the foundation, bringing up the upper body. Oops. And then the arms. Okay, bring your awareness to your heart, hands in your back pockets. And then open your heart for healing. Open your heart for healing. Please heal my heart. Please heal my heart. And then with a whole heart, you're going to move forward, take action, become the air, warrior three. Pit of the belly goes in and up. Bend the top knee. Bring it forward. You can stop. You can place the foot on the chair. Hand on the outside. And then twist. This is another way of doing it. Maybe take the heel off. Maybe lift the toes off just for a moment. And then back to Tadasana. Okay, inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step back to warrior two. Open up the hip bones. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip the front hand and reverse. So maybe here, mending or healing broken relationships. Moving from the past to the future. Maybe go back and forth a few times. Or maybe it's between you and someone else, you and me. So healing broken relationships. Please heal a relationship that is important to you. And then back to warrior two, hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana. Now imagine that that relationship is now whole. What happens? Bend the knee, come back one more time, hands on the chair, and then moving into half moon posture. And then bring the knee forward, place it on the knee or the side of the chair, or like a standing pigeon. And then back. Okay, other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Step back to warrior two, open up the pelvic halves. Find warrior two. And now imagine how this is you're relating. It could be to two parts of you. You could be relating to the part of you that's already whole and the part of you that needs healing. Or it could be between two people. So pick a relationship that's important to you and ask for healing. Back to warrior two, hands on your hips, straighten the knee, and then find your way to Trikonasana. So with that relationship that is now whole, what happens? What do you do? How do you feel? And then back to warrior two, hands on the chair, moving into half moon posture. Bend the top knee. You can place the foot on the outside of the chair and do a standing pigeon that way, or you can place the foot on the knee. And then back to Tadasana. Okay. Tree posture. Drop the seed of healing. Drop a seed. Just play with the idea that healing is available. Healing is available. So drop the seed of healing. Ask for it. Ask for it. And then grow it. And maybe it grows into a beautiful tree or something else. You pick. You pick what you want your seed to grow into. Okay. Pick something else. Maybe you want to heal a broken relationship. So pick another seed, drop it, and just imagine that this works. Healing is available. Healing is available. And then release. Place the hands on the chair. Shoulders are right over your hands. Step back for plank posture. And then use your feet to move back and forth. Push the hips back. Inhale the right leg up and then start making circles with that knee. Okay, knee to elbow and then back Knee to elbow, the other elbow, and then back, and then knee to nose, and then back, and then reach that toe as high as you can. Bend the top knee. And then back to down dog. Lift the left leg, create circles. So imagine drawing a big circle with your left knee. And then knee to elbow. Reach, knee to the other elbow. Reach, knee to nose. And then reach as high as you can, as high as you can. And then bend the knee. And try to get the knee as high up as you can. And then back to down dog. Release the knees down, and then sit back on your heels. Okay. Now draw the image of healing, or take the color of healing. Draw a big circle. And then the color of whole. Big circle. And then mix healing and wholeness and draw two big circles. Place your hands in your back pockets. Breathe. Ask for healing. Untuck the toes and then rest in child's posture. Your version of child's posture for a few moments. Inhale, come up. Clasp the hands, create that stable support. Tuck the toes, lean onto the support. Engage the core, lift the knees, stay there, breathe. Rest. And then try that one more time. Engage the core, lift the knees, stay there. And then come up to dolphin posture. Let the armpits move towards your legs. Maybe bend one knee, bend the other, bend both. Maybe let the hips move from side to side. And then bend the knees and come up to standing. Okay, we're going to listen to the same reading again. So I'm only reading half of it. It's from the book called Jesus Calling. It's one of these daily readers. I am a God who heals. I heal broken bodies, broken minds, broken hearts, broken lives, and broken relationships. My very presence has immense healing powers. You cannot live close to me without experiencing some degree of healing. However, it is also true that you have not because you ask not. You receive the healing that flows naturally from my presence, whether you seek it or not. But there is more, much more, available to those who ask. Okay, so we have about 7-8 minutes. So find your seat, sit up tall. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale, and here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Place your hands in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. If you want to bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old, open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.